Today I'm going to talk about the $3,000 child tax credit for 2021 that was a part of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that Biden just got passed here this month. So it's a bit confusing because it all really stems down to how you qualify, who qualifies, what your adjusted gross income is. So I'm going to go over some of that with you today. So for your 2020 tax returns that everybody is starting to get prepared now, and mind you, we have been extended to May 17th of this year in order to file on time. This only includes with this tax return a $2,000 credit for each child. Now, this does come with certain limitations. For 2020, the filing year, the tax credit, yes, is worth $2,000. This is for any child that is 17 years or younger and can be claimed as a dependent. To qualify, the child must be related to you and generally live with you for at least 6 months of the year. The credit begins to phase out if your adjusted gross income is above $400,000. On a joint return, over $200,000 for single. Or if you're a head of household, it is also $200,000. You'll be able to get up to $1,400 of a child credit, refundable for some people who have a lower income individuals who have children. But these people must also have an earned income of at least $2,500 in order to get this refund, okay? So you gotta make at least $2,500 so you can qualify to get the child tax credit. And then if you're earning $400,000 as a couple or $200,000 as an individual, then you also will qualify. Anything above those limits of your adjusted gross income, you will start to phase out of the child tax credit. The American Rescue Plan has temporarily expanded the credit for 2021. 17-year-old dependents can qualify. Second, the credit is to increase it up to $3,000 a child and $3,600 per child under the age of 6. So you'll get $3,000 if you're 6 to 17 and $3,600 if you're 6 below. Third, the $2,500 earnings floor is now removed. So you're not required to have to at least earn $2,500 a year in order to receive this credit for 2021. Oh, and this is the fun part. So some of this credit or half this credit can actually be received in advance by having the IRS send you periodic payments starting in July of this year. So let me go break this down of how these periodic payments work. Regarding the advance payments, the American Rescue Plan calls the IRS to send a check, mainly in the form of a direct deposit, periodically from July 2021 through December 21 to these eligible families. The hope is that the IRS will send these payments monthly for a total of 6 advance payments. These payments would account for half of the family's 21 child tax credit, okay? So for example, if a monthly payments were made, this would result in payments of up to $250 per child, $300 per child under the age of 6. For 6 months, it would be a nice windfall for some families to get, so they don't have to wait all the way until next year in order to receive this credit. So let's just give you an example. Take a family of 5 with 3 children, ages 12, 7, and 5, okay? Assuming the family qualifies for the higher child tax credit and doesn't opt out of the advance payments, they could get $800 a month from the IRS from July through December for a total of $4,800. They would then claim the additional $4,800 in child tax credits when they file their 21 tax return in 22. What you need to do in order to make sure exactly what each individual payment you qualify for is to go online and just type in 2021 child tax calculator. And in that, it'll allow you to put in the ages of your children, your income, your adjusted gross income, and then it will calculate out for you exactly the advance payments that you should be receiving from July to December, okay? Because everybody's gonna get it different, I can tell you that. I would suggest though, the first thing you wanna do is go file your 2020 tax return as fast as you can this year and make sure you at least get it done by May. Reason being is that if you get it in and you have direct deposit information on your tax return, it'll make it easier for the IRS to be able to give you these advance payments starting in July. If you file and don't have a refund, I would still suggest going to the IRS website, irs.gov, in what's called a filing a $0 tax return. And you're just going to fill out 0000 because you've already had your tax return, but that'll allow you to put in your direct deposit information, and then they'll have it on file. And so then you don't have to wait around for months possibly to get an actual check or the debit cards, which they're sending out now.